shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been founded, yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. All right, now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. I'm born in the music. Just don't stop. Born in the music. Born in the
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Boswell set to kick off.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. With a quick throw completed by Willis. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. To throw, here's Willis. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Play action. Here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Willis looks to pass it here. That's complete to Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Willis to throw once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Kevontae Turpin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This defense for the Commanders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
You talk about this Washington defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Shedding through the defense. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Willis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And now they'll shift things around. Right back to the air again with Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach.
Here we go.
He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Now Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Shotgun snap to Willis. Forced out to his left. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Back to throw, Willis.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Here's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else. To throw, here's Willis.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now Willis to throw.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Second down and 4. Back to throw, Willis.
And it's caught.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Kevontae Turpin
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Cincinnati. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
11.
Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hubbard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jaden Reed from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
11. Here we go, here we go.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
12.
Burrow will throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Gun.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Chuba Hubbard, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Willis looking to throw it. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kevontae Turpin as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 7.
11, mighty. 11. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
12, 12, 12.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That is caught, and he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
This is caught inside the 15. And on the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jaden Reed,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure,
well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They go play action with Willis.
Sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught by Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun, here's Willis.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now Willis.
Being chased out left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Play action, Willis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's Willis.
And this is taken in at the 5.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Kevontae Turpin.
38 yards.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throw to the right, caught by Wk3.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Now Willis to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Wk3.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Willis looking to throw it.
He's going deep for Brown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, Time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down on what will be a big play.
On one, ready? 11, Thomas. Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
That almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Now Willis.
That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Willis, fourth down here.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak develop.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jaden Reed
66 yards.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That's complete to Slayton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Back to throw, Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Willis now off of play action. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Darius Slayton, 51 yards. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Gun.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Stop.
Burrow will throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000.
But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. That complete to Downs. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he'll be out right at the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Here's Willis. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Willis to throw. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Willis. That ball caught by Slayton. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Again, it's Willis to throw it. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That escapes the sack. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. And some room to work. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And the Bengals come up with a late turn.